It's December 21st.
Oh, yeah.
You know that means
Holidays.
holiday cheer, festive lights, and reports of unexplained phenomena in the sky.
Really?
Yeah, you heard that right. While everyone else is busy with their holiday shopping, there's a different kind of buzz happening online
Interesting.
and on the news. Strange lights, formations, whispers of something truly out of this world.
Like what?
Initially, I'll admit, I was skeptical.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it's the holidays, right?
Fine.
Maybe a little too much eggnog fueling those imaginations.
Yay.
But as the reports kept coming in, from seemingly credible sources with detailed accounts, I knew we had to dive deeper.
Okay.
That's what we do here, after all. So for this deep dive, we're going to unpack this New Jersey phenomenon, as it's being called.
Okay.
And to help us make sense of it all, I've got an expert with me who specializes in patterns and anomalies.
Well, the timing of it all, It's interesting. Almost feels like something out of a science fiction novel, but what's particularly fascinating to me is how these reports evolved. It started in Morris County, New Jersey. Seemingly ordinary drone sightings.
Right.
Nothing too out of the ordinary for our tech-savvy world.
Yeah.
But then witnesses started describing these drones moving in ways no known technology could achieve.
Mm-hmm.
Intricate formations, triangles, hexagons, spirals, all glowing with an eerie light. And moving with impossible precision.
Okay, I have to admit, that's where I started paying attention. Drones doing synchronized dance routines. That's not in your average Amazon delivery package.
No.
What really piqued my interest were the reports of an unsettling silence accompanying these formations. Like the world just went on mute. What's going on there?
That's one of the key details that sets this apart from your typical UFO sighting. Witnesses consistently report an eerie silence, as if all ambient noise just vanishes.
Yeah.
And there's more.
Yeah.
As we delve into the source material, eyewitness accounts, local news reports, even some preliminary scientific analyses, we find repeated mentions of disrupted radio signals whenever these shapes appear.
Really?
Static bursts, strange tones, almost like interference patterns, too consistent to be a mere coincidence.
So we've got strange shapes, eerie silence, and radio interference. It's starting to feel less like a random occurrence and more like a deliberate message.
That's precisely the question that grabbed Clara Reed, a local journalist who, like you, initially dismissed these reports as holiday hype. But she's a sharp one, Clara. After personally witnessing the phenomenon, she couldn't shake the feeling that something bigger was at play.
Right.
So she did what any good journalist would do. She started digging.
And she wasn't alone in this, was she? I read that she consulted with some experts, particularly an astrophysicist, right?
You're thinking of Dr. Ravi Shah, who was initially skeptical, as any good scientist would be. But as he listened to Claire's accounts and reviewed the data she'd gathered, something clicked. He noticed that the shapes weren't just randomly flitting about. Their movements, those formations you mentioned, they were distinctly mathematical.
Mathematical meaning.
Meaning intelligent design. These weren't the random movements of a flock of birds or a swarm of insects.
Right.
The precision, the complexity of the formations pointed to a deliberate control, a level of intelligence guiding them. This, combined with the radio signal disruptions, further solidified the possibility that someone or something was trying to communicate.
Okay, now we're talking. This is where things start to get really intriguing. So we've got unexplained shapes, potentially intelligent, possibly trying to communicate.
Right.
What was the next step in cracking this code? Did they ever actually, say anything?
Well, the next encounter Clara had with these shapes was even more unsettling.
Okay.
They moved closer than before, and this time, a message emerged from the static and strange tones. A single word, whispered chillingly clear: prepare.
Whoa. Just like that.
Yeah.
Prepare. No explanation, no context.
Exactly, just that one word echoing in the night sky.
Wow.
And naturally, it sent a shiver down everyone's spine. Theories began to run rampant. Government experiments, elaborate hoaxes, even whispers of Project Bluebeam. This idea of a staged alien invasion.
Okay, so we've gone from skeptical amusement to full-blown mystery thriller in a matter of days. Prepare, what a cliffhanger. It's like the universe is setting us up for the biggest reveal ever. And what happens next? What did Clara do?
Well, she dove headfirst into the mystery, determined to uncover the truth behind the prepare message.
Okay.
And that's where we'll pick up in the next part of our deep dive.
This is one deep dive I can't wait to continue. We'll be back to explore the next chapter in this extraordinary tale. Buckle up, folks. Things are about to get even more interesting. We're back, and I'm still reeling from that chilling message. Prepare. It's like the universe just dropped a cryptic note on our doorstep and vanished into thin air. So where do we even begin to decipher something like that?
Well, if you're Clara Reed, you don't just sit around and wait for answers.
Right.
She dove deeper into the rabbit hole, focusing on those audio recordings of the strange tones and static bursts.
Right.
She knew there had to be more to those sounds than just random noise.
I can only imagine those recordings must have sounded like a dial-up modem having a seizure.
Yeah.
But Clara, she's a journalist, not a sound engineer. How did she approach analyzing something so technical?
She reached out to Dr. Ravi Shah, our astrophysicist, remembering his keen eye for patterns.
Right.
They both agreed that those audio recordings were key. And Clara, being digitally savvy, she also tapped into the collective intelligence of the internet.
Okay.
Those online forums where, well, let's just say people who love a good mystery congregate.
Ah, the online sleuths. That's a whole other deep dive waiting to happen. I bet those forums were buzzing with theories.
Oh, absolutely. It was a whirlwind of speculation, some outlandish, some surprisingly insightful. And amidst the noise, someone suggested running the recordings through a spectrogram. A spectrogram? A visual representation of the frequencies of sound, kind of like a fingerprint for audio.
A fingerprint for audio. I like that. So they were basically looking for hidden patterns in the sound waves.
Exactly. And that's where the real breakthrough came. The spectrograms revealed visual patterns embedded within the tones, concentric circles, spirals, even what appeared to be mathematical equations. Dr. Shah confirmed it. This was no random occurrence. This was a deliberate signal, carefully crafted.
Okay, that's just mind-blowing. We've gone from a spooky message to hidden mathematical equations in audio recordings. It's like something straight out of a Dan Brown novel.
Right?
They ever get a clearer message? Something beyond just prepare.
The next time these shapes, these, let's call them messengers, appeared, they projected a new message. This time, in a clear, deep voice, they announced, "We are the messengers."
Straight to the point, huh? No messing around with riddles this time.
Yeah.
But messengers of what? Messengers for whom? What was the next piece of the puzzle?
Well, along with their self-identification as the messengers, they began projecting images into the sky, not just random shakes, but actual scenes, visions.
Oh.
Some depicted sprawling cities, landscapes unlike anything we've ever seen, hinting at something truly alien. But then they projected something familiar.
Familiar.
They projected images of Earth, pyramids, ancient ruins, even a stylized rendering of our Milky Way galaxy.
Okay, hold on. I need a minute to process this. We've got these messengers broadcasting cryptic messages, showing us glimpses of alien worlds, and then boom, images of our own planet, our history. It's like they're trying to make a connection.
That's precisely what Claire and Dr. Shah were wrestling with.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of these images? Were they trying to show us something about our past, our future, or perhaps a connection between our world and theirs?
It's like they're dropping breadcrumbs on a cosmic scavenger hunt.
Hey.
What was the next breadcrumb in this extraordinary trail?
The next clue took them halfway across the world to a discovery in the mountains of Morocco.
Morocco. What's in Morocco?
An ancient cave hidden for centuries, filled with carvings that perfectly matched the patterns and symbols projected by the messengers.
Really?
It was an archaeologist, Dr. Amara Sadiq, who stumbled upon this hidden treasure.
Talk about a needle in a haystack. Ancient carvings matching alien messages. It's like something straight out of Indiana Jones.
I know, right?
What was Dr. Sadiq's take on this incredible discovery?
Well, she saw it as a prophecy, a foretelling of events. These carvings, she believed, were not just random doodles on a cave wall, but a message from the past, echoing the events unfolding in the present.
A prophecy. Okay, now we're venturing into the realm of the truly ancient and mystical. This prophecy, what did it say?
The carvings depicted a sequence of events eerily similar to what was happening. Shapes descending from the sky, people gathering, attempting to understand their meaning. But then the prophecy culminated in a final, monumental event. The arrival of a massive spherical object eclipsing the sun, casting the world in shadow.
This is getting intense. So not just the messengers, but something else is coming. What do they call this sphere?
The carvings refer to it as the architects.
The architects. It's a name that evokes both awe and apprehension.
Yeah.
So we've got a countdown, we've got these architects on their way, and humanity is left scrambling to figure out what it all means. What happens next? Do we just sit back and wait for this cosmic curtain call?
Faced with this potential global event, world leaders came together, forming the Unity Initiative,
Okay.
a coalition tasked with deciphering the messenger's intentions and, well, preparing for whatever the architect's arrival might bring.
It's like the world suddenly woke up to the fact that we're not alone. And not just not alone in the sense of maybe there's life out there somewhere, but not alone as in something big is about to happen and we better figure out what to do.
Yeah.
I can imagine that not everyone was thrilled with the idea of a unified global response.
You're right. The Unity Initiative faced its share of challenges: internal debates, external resistance, even factions within governments who viewed this as a threat rather than an opportunity for cooperation.
So it's a race against time. But I'm guessing Clara Reed, our intrepid journalist, wasn't just sitting on the sidelines, was she?
No, she was recruited by the Unity Initiative to be a liaison.
Really?
Someone who could communicate with the public, try to make sense of the chaos, and perhaps, just perhaps, bridge the gap between humanity and the unknown.
This is incredible. It's like we're living in a real-life science fiction epic. But with the architect's arrival looming, I have to ask, what was the message the messengers were ultimately trying to convey? What did they want from us?
Well, that's a question we'll dive into in the final part of this deep dive. We'll uncover the hidden meanings within the messenger's signals and explore the concept of the countdown. Is it just a timeline, or is it something more? A test of our readiness. A cosmic evaluation.
This is Edge of Your Seat stuff. Stay with us, folks, as we continue our deep dive into the New Jersey phenomenon and unravel the mysteries of the messengers and prepare ourselves for the arrival of the architects. We're back, and let me tell you, the tension is palpable.
Oh, yeah.
The architects, this massive sphere, their arrival is imminent. It's like the whole world is holding its breath, waiting to see what happens next. What's the latest from the Unity Initiative?
Well,
Are they any closer to figuring out the messenger's intentions?
as the countdown continued, the pressure was on.
Yeah.
The Unity Initiative was working around the clock, analyzing every bit of data, every message, every symbol.
Right.
And it was Dr. Ravi Shah, our astrophysicist,
Yeah.
who made a crucial discovery. Hidden within the complex signals emitted by the messengers, he found something unexpected.
Oh.
A message about balance.
Talents. Interesting. What kind of balance are we talking about here?
It wasn't about, like, some cosmic equilibrium or universal forces. The message, as Dr. Shah deciphered it, emphasized a balance within humanity itself. A harmony between science and spirituality, between progress and preservation. It was as if the architects, through the messengers, were posing a question. Had humanity achieved this balance?
Okay, so it's not just about showing up, it's about evaluation. Are we worthy? Is that what they're getting at?
It's a chilling thought, isn't it? The countdown might not just be a timeline, but a test.
Right.
Are we, as a species, ready to join a larger community, a galactic society?
Right.
Have we evolved beyond our differences, our conflicts, our destructive tendencies?
Talk about pressure. What was the global reaction to this revelation?
It was a mixed bag. Some embraced the message, seeing it as a call for unity, a chance to transcend our differences. Others reacted with fear, seeing it as a judgment, a threat. And of course, there were those who exploited the situation for their own agendas.
Ah, yes, power plays, even in the face of a potential cosmic encounter. I'm guessing General Harding and his faction didn't exactly embrace the message of balance and unity.
You're right. Harding saw the architects as a threat, pure and simple.
Yeah.
He viewed the Unity Initiative as weak, naive, even dangerous.
Okay.
And as the countdown continued, tensions escalated. On the 6th day, a leaked memo revealed that Harding's forces were planning a strike against one of the messengers.
Oh, no. That's like poking a sleeping giant with a stick. Attacking the messengers, what were they thinking?
Clara, upon learning of the planned strike, immediately alerted the Unity Initiative.
Okay.
They tried to intervene to prevent this act of aggression, but it was too late.
Oh, no.
As dawn broke on the 7th day, a missile was launched aimed directly at a messenger hovering above the Pentagon.
It's almost too much to bear.
Yeah.
This moment, this choice, it feels like the fate of humanity was hanging in the balance. What happened next?
The messenger, with a pulse of blinding light, disintegrated the missile midair, and then it projected a new image into the sky. Not pyramids, not ruins, but the very thing we had been dreading and anticipating.
Right.
A massive spherical object eclipsing the sun. The architects had arrived.
Wow, just like that. The moment of truth. I can only imagine the collective gasp that must have rippled across the globe.
It was a moment of awe and terror,
Yeah.
a realization that everything had changed. We
Right.
were no longer alone, and the question on everyone's mind, what happens now?
What did the Unity Initiative do? Did they try to communicate with the architects directly?
They waited. He
Really?
knew that if the architects intended harm, there was nothing they could do. This arrival, this presence, it was something else entirely.
So they waited. But the architects, they didn't just, sit there, did they?
No. The sphere began to emit a low-frequency hum, a sound that seemed to vibrate through everything, through everyone.
Really?
It was unsettling yet strangely soothing, like a call, an invitation. And then one of the messengers descended, landing in the courtyard of the Unity Initiative headquarters.
Like something out of a dream. What happened next?
The messenger projected a shimmering doorway of light.
What?
And it was Clara Reed, our intrepid journalist, who was called to step through it.
Wow. Humanity's representative. What did she find on the other side?
She entered a space that defied our understanding of physics, a realm of constellations and pulsating symbols. And there, at the center, she encountered an architect.
Face to face with an architect. What happened? What did they say?
The architect communicated through images, through emotions, through a sense of knowing that transcended language. Clara understood their purpose. They were custodians of life, observers of the cosmos.
Okay.
And they had come to assess humanity's readiness.
Readiness for what?
Readiness to join a greater community of worlds, to become part of something larger than ourselves.
Wow.
The architect showed Clara a vision of Earth's history, highlighting both our triumphs and our failures, our moments of brilliance and our acts of barbarity.
It's like they were holding up a mirror, showing us who we really are. What was their verdict?
Oh.
Did we pass this cosmic evaluation?
The architect didn't give a simple yes or no.
Okay.
They conveyed a sense of regency,
Yeah.
a need for us to choose our path. And they gave Clara a deadline, the end of the day, to prove that humanity could overcome its divisions and stand together.
The ultimate test.
Yeah.
Unity or destruction. What did we choose?
The world erupted. There were peaceful vigils and violent protests, political maneuvering, and acts of selfless kindness.
Wow.
It was chaos, yes, but also a testament to our capacity for both good and evil.
Yeah.
As the deadline approached, Clara stood with Dr. Shaw and Secretary General Malik walking the sky. The hum from the sphere intensified, its light growing brighter,
Okay.
and then at the stroke of midnight, it vanished. The messengers, the sphere, all gone. Only a single message remained, projected across the night sky. You have chosen.
But what did we choose? The message doesn't say.
That's the question that haunted everyone.
Yeah.
The architects were gone, but their influence lingered. Strange markers appeared at ancient sites across the globe, pulsing with light, revealing fragments of information about the architects and their network of connected worlds. It was as if they had left us clues.
Right.
A puzzle to solve.
So the test wasn't over. It had just evolved.
Exactly. And while some embraced this legacy, others feared it. General Harding, seizing the opportunity, claimed the architects were a threat, using fear to consolidate his power.
Even in the face of the unknown, the human drama continues. What about Clara? What did she do?
She refused to give up.
Good.
She knew there had to be more answers. Using a device found in that Moroccan cave, she tried to communicate with the messengers, and to her surprise, they responded.
I was still watching, even after they left.
It seems so. The messengers, through their cryptic communications, reiterated the importance of balance, of unity, of understanding. They didn't offer specific instructions, but rather a guiding principle.
A guiding principle for a species on the brink of either self-destruction or a new era of understanding.
And on the 7th day after the architect's departure, those markers around the world, they synchronized, projecting a massive image of the sphere into the sky. A deafening hum filled the air, vibrating through everyone, through everything. And then, silence.
Silence. It's almost an anticlimax. Is that where our story ends?
For now, yes. We're left with more questions than answers, a sense of wonder and a profound responsibility.
Wow.
What did humanity choose? What fate awaits us? Only time will tell.
This deep dive has taken us on an incredible journey, exploring not just unexplained phenomena, but the very nature of humanity itself. What stands out to you the most?
The messenger's emphasis on balance.
Yeah.
It's a message that resonates deeply even beyond this extraordinary scenario.
Right.
In a world increasingly divided, facing complex challenges, the need for balance between individual and collective, between progress and preservation, between science and spirituality feels more crucial than ever.
It's a reminder that even in the face of the unknown, The choices we make matter. Whether the architects return or not, how we live, how we treat each other, and our planet, it all has an impact.
Indeed. The messengers might be gone, but their message lingers. You have chosen. The question is, what will we choose next?
That's a question for all of us to ponder. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, the messengers are still watching, waiting to see what we do with the choices we've made. This has been The Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us.